So I had a heart to heart with my friend this week. Really emotional and what's the word? Emotional stuff, really. So she has a boss she doesn't like, hmm and who obviously doesn't like her. And well, I shared quite a few tips, and we really just talked about a whole lot. And then it occurred to me that this is one of the things that people are going through at work, and of course, we've got to talk about it. So, but before that, oh, I'm sorry if you're new on my page. My name is Mary, and I talk about workplace dynamics from time to time. I drop new videos on Sundays. So, if this is content you're gonna like, content you're gonna find useful, definitely please subscribe to my channel and remember to like and share the videos because there's a whole lot that people can learn from as it concerns the workplace environment and really just living through everything that goes on there. Okay, so you have a bad boss. The first thing, or you have a boss you don't like. As I said initially, it doesn't necessarily mean they are the problem because sometimes it could be the problem. That's another thing. And the reason you should stick to my channel, I'm very honest, I'll tell you the truth. Okay, so you want to do a bit of sorry observing. I'm sorry about the background noise. I'm in the balcony today, so but I'm pretty sure you can hear me quite clearly. So first of all, you want to observe. You want to do a very honest bit of observation. Be honest with yourself because the aim of this observation is: am I the problem, or is this person really just the bad person? You can even ask around. For that particular person, you might not be the first person to work with them, except in some cases. So if you're not the first person to work with them, it's a very good opportunity for you to go around work and you just ask questions. Who worked here before? Is this how this person is? And you have to be smart about the way that you ask those questions as well. Don't ask the wrong people. Don't ask those that are going to snitch on you. Just really know how to make conversation in such a way that you gather information because you can need that information. Now, if you discover that that's just who they are, they're terrible, they put people down, they're always going to be on your trail. One thing you want to do is take a step back. Realize that you're not the problem, okay? But you can do something about it because one important thing is that person is your boss already. And the likeliness of that changing isn't exactly doesn't exactly happen for everybody. You find it very rare that somebody gets what's the word now, demoted or gets changed because sorry some what's the word, some person complained about them being their boss or something. Sometimes it just what's the word, it doesn't work out that way even when you go to HR and do everything. So what I'm trying to say is this person is your boss. First of all, accept it and accept that you have to do something about it. That's very important. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Now you've discovered that maybe they are the problem. Let's start from there. They've been this way to the previous person who worked under them. Maybe they're selfish. Maybe they're just really horrible. Maybe they put people down. Good. So, as I said, take a step back. Now, what are you taking a step back to do? To plan. That's the word. I'm not saying you should plan a coup against your boss. Oh. Just listen to me. First of all, you want to ensure you document everything. If you have a bad boss, they don't care about you, and they're going to what's the word, light you up when they get the opportunity. So every task you're told to do or get or whatever the word is or should be, ensure that you document that. Ensure that you have evidence to support that you actually did what you're supposed to do. That way, if that person is trying to hurt you in any way at all, they're what's the word? You have backup. So that's very important. Okay, sorry about that bit of sweat. So, aside from that, another thing you want to do for me is ensure that you have a life outside of the workplace environment. This is something I talked about last week or some 2 weeks before. Because what this is going to do for you is ensure that you have stuff that is taking your mind off what is going on at that or in that workplace environment, and you need that for your mental health. Because whether you have a bad boss or not, whether you're rolling well with your boss or not, you're employed for a reason, and the company expects you to deliver. So you don't want to be in a position where you're not meeting up and your excuse is, I have a bad boss. Really? So ensure that you have something else that takes your mind off it. If you're doing the best you can, trust me, you can't change that person. Well, truth is, people change anyway, but for the time being, this is who they are, and you've got to find a way to work with that. Okay? Now, another tip for if they're the problem, not you, is Be very careful who you're talking to at work. The last thing you need is to make matters worse for yourself by going to talk to a snitch or going to talk to somebody who just what's the word now, talks too much for their own good. You don't want a situation whereby somebody goes to them and talks about how you call them a bad boss or your struggles with them, stuff like that. You don't want to put yourself in that situation. It's going to be really just not going to work to your advantage. Okay, so you want to ensure that you do not do that as well. Don't do it. Okay, you need somebody to talk to. Remember the part about having a life outside work, friends outside work. Don't let your entire life be tied to work. Talk to that person outside of that your what's it called, workplace environment. A mentor, somebody you trust, somebody that can give you really good advice. Okay, so that's that about that. Now I'm also going to talk about when you are the problem. Maybe the person they worked with before had a certain level of efficiency and you're not meeting up. That could be the reason why your boss is acting that way around you. Also, try to double up your efforts, okay? We know you're not that previous employee, and obviously there's something special about you now that you're the new employee, of course. Yes. But still try to double up your efforts, okay? Your boss likes punctuality, make sure you're punctual. Your boss likes it when you're efficient, try your best to be efficient. Okay, so really just do the little things that you can do to make that person happy or to ensure that you're meeting up with their expectations. Okay, and this will only come if you've observed well enough to know what the problem is. Another thing you can do is try to do something nice for them. Part of going around asking questions or observing that person is noting the things they like. So you could do gifts. It's their birthday, do something nice for them. They like coffee, grab a coffee for them, do things without them asking. All of those things can charm anyone really, except they're just really terrible on their own. All right. So I hope that these tips I've shared today, what's the word now, have been helpful. Another thing I think that I want you to do is pray about it. Prayer does change people, and of course, can also help provide a clear path as to what to do about that person. So you're not the only one dealing with this. There's quite a lot of people dealing with bosses they don't roll well with. You're gonna push through and pull through. You're gonna make it work somehow. Okay, trust me. If you employ some of these tips, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get better results. Okay, so that's it about that for today, guys. I'm gonna say keep fighting for your happiness, whether it's work, whether it's any place else. Really, just keep fighting for your happiness, protecting mental health. And of course, remember to continue to what's the word now? Fight for your goals. Don't give up because of what's happening at the moment at work. Because of that person who is pissing you off, that boss you're not rolling well with, it's all gonna be fine. One day at a time. Okay. So that's it about that, guys. I hope you've subscribed to my channel now. I mean, if you stay till this moment, what are you waiting for? All right, guys. So until my next video, please be good. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.